All right, Shalom Israel. First off, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, consisting of you, the elected nation of Israel, your so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, along with the confusion of the face brothers that may look like the other nations, but are Israelites in the spirit, according to the line and in the spirit. Okay, shalom to the select sisters out there that are humble, that watch, that learn, and that are patiently waiting for the downfall of this wicked society as well. All right, this is Yarala from GMS Dallas, back with another lesson through spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Shai. I just want to go through a quick lesson tonight. It's not going to hold your brothers too long, but just going into how this place, America, aka Babylon, according to the scriptures, mystery Babylon, when you read in Revelation, the 17th chapter, and various other books in the scriptures, okay, how this place is not our rest, and we need to continuously labor to enter into that rest, man. You know, this place is destructive. It's not conducive to our spirits. Okay, it's against the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, and so this place ain't for us, man. And you know, and sometimes you get in set mode to where we're under curses. You know, this place is demon infested. You know, they push the flesh, do as thou wilt. You know, they push obey your thirst. You know, hungry while wait. All these different slogans of the Alistair Crowley spirit, that do as thou wilt spirit. And you know, this place is run by Satan, the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, who his physical counterpart is the so-called white man, Esau, according to the Bible, the nation of Edom. This place calls out to your flesh, and sometimes it makes you want to chill. You know, it calls out to your demons, plague you in your mind. So different brothers are plagued with different demons in different situations. You know, and sometimes it makes you want to chill, man. You know, sometimes you get tired. You know, the scripture say he shall wear out the saints when you read Daniel, the 7th chapter. And that's what Esau is doing. He's trying to wear out the saints, man, with all his unrighteous decrees. Okay, all the wickedness that goes on, man, is tiresome sometimes to these flesh, because we're in these chains of darkness. We're in these weak bodies. Okay? Scripture say that ye are gods, but ye shall die like men. Okay, so we don't have our glorified forms. So we in these weak fleshly bodies that can't take too high of a temperature as far as heat or cold. You're easily broken down. You're 20 years old. You know, you tear your ACL, you tear your MCL. You're 16 years old. You know, before you even reach 30, you're already broken down. Can't really work out like you want to. Wearing knee braces, things of that nature. So we sick. Okay, so we completely cursed in these bodies, man, according to Deuteronomy 28th chapter. And so all these things tied to that flesh being weak, man. You know, and sometimes it just makes you want to chill. And then on top of that, you have demons plaguing your mind all the time. But hey, Yahweh Shem Shai has made a promise to those that believe and that are chosen from the foundation of the earth, that you take your mind out of the society and take your spirit out of this society and continuously work and push his will and fight and confess Yahweh Shem Shai. There is a rest that's coming for us, man. Okay, there's a rest. There's a glorification. Okay, there's no more tears. Okay, all those things are gonna be taken away, man, and we're gonna be blessed beyond all belief, man. You know, so actually, let's start off with that. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. But as it is written, eye have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High hath prepared for them that love him. So, hey, it's going to be beyond all belief, things of unimaginable, the blessing that Yahweh Shem Shai has for the ones that love him, man. Okay, you can't fathom it in these fleshly, weak, feeble minds, man. Even you see people taking trips to Aruba, Fiji, you know, Cabo, Alaskan cruise, anything that you can imagine on this side of society that the elites or that people that have wealth do, or the type of power that these people sometimes have. You can't imagine that, man. Okay, the so-called white man, Esau, these Amalekites, these so-called Jews, these elite bankers that are of the 1% that control the planet Earth and the resources, man. Even the power they have. You know, we're gonna have hey, this, the amount of power that we have is going to overshadow those many times over, man. It's going to overshadow all that these devils have, man. Why? Because one, it's on left hand side, and they're not the chosen people, man, and they're doing it in wickedness. Okay, we're gonna get those blessings on the right hand side, man, to where we're gonna be blessed beyond belief with spiritual power. Okay, Revelation chapter 21, verse 4. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And that's what was promised to the nation of Israel, man, to the elect, man. And then it's going to trickle on down to the rest of the nation, because according to the scriptures, 2/3 of our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites, according to the Bible, you're going to have to be put to death, man. You're going to have to be put down, is according to prophecy, because you weren't chosen to understand and receive the love of the truth on this side. Okay. But for the elect, the Most High is going to wipe away all those tears. Sometimes you might break down crying, This society can get to you sometimes, but you still fight. But hey, sometimes you got to have that moment, There's not going to be any more death. We're going to have everlasting life. We're not going to be in a state of death, not in a mind state or dying, okay? We're going to live forever, man. Neither sorrow nor crying, because that's all this place is. It's sorrow and crying. And what does Ezekiel 9:4 say? Okay, go and set a mark upon the foreheads of them that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Okay, so all the abominations on the wickedness is going to be done away with, man, having to suffer these things, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, like Lot was. Okay, all those things, all that sorrow, crying, neither shall there be any more pain. You're not going to feel pain, you're not going to stub your toe. You're not going to feel tired. Okay, you fall down. The older you get, when you fall down unexpectedly, man, that shit hurts. The older you get, the emotional pain, mental pains, There's multiple ways of experiencing pain in this society, man. That's all it pushes, man. Pain and anguish. Okay, for the former things are passed away. So the Most High is going to do away with all those things, man. But hey, but right now we still have work to do, man. This is not our rest. We didn't come over on a love boat, man. We came over to America, man, to start slavery. We came over in cargo slave ships, okay. And in the Northern Kingdom, our native and Latino brothers, which they're all where did the Latinos go back to, like the Taino Indians and Aztecs and all that, They were taken before the so-called Negroes in the Southern Kingdom was brought over here to the Americas. They were taken back to the old world before that, man. So that prophecy of Deuteronomy 28:68 fits them as well. Okay. But we weren't brought over here and then over to the old world on a damn love boat or a cruise ship, man, on a damn Carnival cruise line, man. It was slavery on a slave ship. And so we have to serve our slavery and serve our captivity, man. And we want to eat this, man. Yeah, it's tiresome. It gets to you sometimes. Hey, but as long as you stay prayerful, okay, and believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Most High is going to get you through it, man, and not give in to that flesh, okay? As long as you call upon the Heavenly Father for help and rely on that name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which that's a strong tower, that's where our protection is, then the elect is going to do that, man. The elect is going to be protected. He's not going to put more on you that you can bear. But if you being weak, okay, if you give into the flesh a lot of times, then hey, you're not going to be able to bear it. Why? Because you're giving over to that flesh, man. And it's going to overtake you. Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. And that's talking about America, man. Okay, let's read it again. Arise ye and depart. And it's not talking about get on a plane and jet set and get out of America, man. Because the bulk of the deliverance is going to be in America, man, for the elect. And 2/3 are going to be destroyed, according to Zechariah 13:8. So it's talking about spiritually and mentally take your mind out this place, man. You get in and get out, man. You use the world but not abuse the world. You have to work and you have certain responsibilities according to your captivity and in the flesh you have to do. But anything that's owed to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you do that as well, man. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. This place is ridiculously polluted, man, with wickedness. Okay, you have homosexuality. Bestiality is legal in certain states. A homosexual can get married in 50 states, which according to the law, they're supposed to be put to death. Pedophiles are getting more rights. They're being added to the LGBT community. Okay, you can marry anything you want. You can marry a cell phone. You can marry a tree, a TV, whatever. You can marry yourself. All type of polluted, backwards thinking is in this place, man. And if you dive into it, man, it's going to destroy you spiritually with the sword of destruction, and it's ended up going to manifest as a physical destruction from any other plagues that are prophesied from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And let's get that word rest. Okay, that word rest is manawak. It's like a manawaka. Okay, Strong's H4495. Resting place, resting place, rest, quietness. And there ain't no quietness here, man. It's nothing but chaos and rioting here, man. It's not tranquil here, man. It's nothing but you always got to be on edge. You know, you see Jake walking down the street, you got to be on your guard. Okay, you have to lock all your doors. Make sure your car is double locked and the alarm is on. Make sure your door is locked. Make sure your windows are locked. You gotta look out the window if your kids are playing outside. You gotta look out every 5 minutes to make sure they're still there. Ain't nobody trying to give them no candy and touch them. Even in the damn backyard, a nigga or a cracker will. More like a cracker, or these crackers are a huge pedophile. They'll climb into your backyard, man. You never know what'll happen here in America, man. But there's no rest, there's no quietness here. Okay, resting place, comfortable. It's no comfort here. Ease, quiet, still. Okay. The only comfort that we have here is the scriptures. Okay, the comforter that Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he left us a comforter, which that's the understanding of the scriptures, the Holy Spirit. The understanding to let us know that what these scriptures are true, the true meaning of the doctrine, and what the God in the gospel, which is what the good news, the salvation of the nation of Israel, man. And the scriptures are saying and prophesying that time is coming, but it's not now. Okay, we're gonna have to serve that captivity and eat that, man. Okay, let's go into the Strong's definitions. Feminine of H4495, repose or adverbially, peacefully, figuratively, consolation, specifically matrimony, hence, concretely, an abode, comfortable, ease, quiet, resting place, still. Okay, so all the same definitions, man. This ain't a place for us to be comfortable here, man. It's not a place for us to relax and chill, because destruction and anguish and pain is prophesied for this place, man. All other chaos is prophesied here. So why you gonna get comfortable in a place that's prophesied to where it's gonna be all chaos and you're gonna have to be on your P's and Q's, man? Okay. So Romans 8, we'll start at verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. And as creatures talking about Israel, man, we're made subject to vanity, man. And it wasn't because I will, but by reason of the Most High, who has actually gave us made us subjected, which means under the rule, under rule, the same in hope, man. So he made us subject to vanity, but also to the hope of salvation. Okay. And we're subject to vanity. Why? Because we want to enjoy these things. You want to give in the flesh your desires, your wants. You want to go on vacation. You want to, you have a family. You want to chill with your family, man. You got an old lady. You want to deal with your old lady the right way, but you can't because it's a curse in the way America has everything set up. Okay. Jake want to chill and live good. We're a royal people, man. Okay, the kings and priests, they were decked out in gold. Jake was always decked out in gold. Jake got style, man. We want to look good here. We want to enjoy the earth. You want to travel. You want to see all the beautiful creation that the Most High has made. You want to be able to move around. You can't, man, because we slaves in captivity. And we were set up to do that initially. We was made to enjoy the earth. We was made to enjoy all the things that the Most High created. But we can't on this side. Why? Because this ain't our rest. It's all tainted and polluted. Because Esau is ruling. It has a spirit of Satan on all of it, man. It's all polluted and destroyed on the side, man. It's, it ain't time for that. Verse 21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. And that's the hope that we have. The bondage of corruption, man. Why? Because all these things are corrupt on the side. This is all part of an incorruptible, it's all part of a corruptible crown to obtain all these things. Okay? on the side, which you have some Israelite groups that are teaching that, man. Establish yourself in America, establish an economy, build schools, all this stuff, and all that shit's gonna be destroyed, man. That's why King Solomon said all this is vanity and vexation of spirit, okay? Because it's not a part of the kingdom, okay? Even he had 40 years of peace, but it wasn't the kingdom, man. Why? Because the kingdom, because the rulership got rent from him, man. He was still subject to certain things, okay? But that's what we're hoping in. We're hoping to be delivered from the bondage of corruption and into a glorious liberty of, to be able just to be. That's what the name Yahweh means, the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world literally calls God. Yah, He, Hawa, to be or exist. Okay? He's all and in all, And that's how we want to be. And you can't just be here in this society. We're under curses, we're subject to payments, taxes, okay, child support. Like I said, they take taxes out your check. They have an air tax, okay? You have an automobile, you have to get insurance, so they'll take your damn car. You have to get it registered, okay? You have to keep maintenance on it. You have a house, you own land, you still got to pay taxes on the house that you paid for. You have rent, you have a lease and an apartment. That word lease goes back to lies. So you live in here like you own this shit, but you really know they can really kick your ass out. It's all bondage here. It's all bondage and captivity, man. This place, like I said, like I read in Micah 2:10, is polluted, man, and it'll destroy you with the sword of destruction. Okay? Hebrews chapter 4, verse 1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. Okay? I'll read that again. Let us therefore fear. Fear who? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, over what he can do, man. Okay? That's the conclusion of the whole matter when you read Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Least, which that word least means fulfill, that a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. So you have to fear, okay? Unless that promise that was left to the elect, man, the people, the ones that don't want to fear and do what the Most High said to do, okay, you're going to come short of it, man. You're going to fall short. And they're being destroyed along with the rest of 2/3 that are amongst the children of disobedience that didn't have any fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that didn't want to grow, that didn't want to cut off the flesh and desires, okay? Come down to verse 8. For if Yahushua had given them rest, verse 8, for if Yahushua had given them rest, then would he not after have spoken of another day, okay? So if it was time in time of the Lord for him to give rest, okay, then he wouldn't have spoken of a time when he was going to leave and then come back to glorify his elect. Okay, that's what he told Peter. Ye that follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man appears, loosely paraphrasing, you shall sit on 12 tribes, judging 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Okay? And he also said to Pontius Pilate, this was my kingdom, my servants will fight. So that's why the Lord laid his life down, because it wasn't time yet. It wasn't time for the rest for the nation of Israel, man. Okay? Verse 9, there remaineth therefore a rest to the people of the Most High, talking about the kingdom. For he that is entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works, as the Most High did from his. So if we enter into a rest, man, you ceasing from your works, man, we still have work to do, man. We still have to seal up the elect. We still have to prophesy the downfall of this place, man. We still have to prophesy the other prophecies, the chip, race riots, okay? Like I said, the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, upcoming race riots, nuclear destruction, the Third World War, economic collapse, all these things, we have to, that's work, man. You still have to watch, okay, and get into those things, man. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, least any man fall after the same example of unbelief. So we have to enter in, man. Even when you're working in one of Esau's jobs, man, you work on a job 20, 30 years. What do you do after that? You retire. We have to labor, and the kingdom is going to be our retirement. Okay? So we had that spiritual 401k. It ain't going to run out, man. Okay? That's why Scripture says store up your treasures in heaven, man. Because when you have a 401k, what are you doing? You take money out your check to to put that back, to save for when you're done working, when you cease from your labors, and then you can enjoy the fruits of your labors, man. You putting that money back from every check. All right. And then what is it? And depending on the company you with, okay, they could have a pretty good 401k plan as well. They could have a pretty good share plan where they can match you, to a certain percent. And so you putting in money and they putting in money to match what you putting in, The more you put in, the more you build up, the more they put in. That's the same thing in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when you stone up your treasures in heaven, man. Okay? The more you put in, the more you're going to reap, man. To whom much is given, much is required. Okay? And so when you bless with a lot, man, you put a lot into this truth, man, you're going to reap a lot, man. The harder you work. And that's in anything, what you can apply that to sports, okay, a business, whatever, man. The harder you work, the more fruits of your labor you're going to see. Okay? It's Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. Okay, and actually, Salaki, I did want to mention one point concerning that labor ends the rest. Okay, and that's what happened to Adam. Man, Adam was in paradise. Okay, Adam was in paradise, and what happened, man? He fumbled behind Eve, and he had to till the ground after that. And he got kicked out of paradise, man. So now we're getting back, and we had to come full circle around with Yahushua, who was Adam in the spirit and reincarnation. Okay, he introduced good and evil. Okay, and now we had to come full circle in 360 degrees of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to where Yahushua is the last Adam, the Alpha and Omega. Now we're trying to get back into that. We're trying to get back into that rest, back into paradise. But what did Yahweh Hashem Yahushua say to Adam though? Okay, he kicked them out of Eden, out of the garden that was eastward of Eden. Okay, to till the ground and work, man. You're going to get out there and get it. So now we're still doing the same thing in the spirit to this day, man. We still have to work and get it, man. And toil, okay? And a part of those works is cutting out the flesh, taking your mind out of society, growing as a man of the Lord, okay? Going from glory to glory, okay? Taking these L's, these lumps, Taking all this persecution from Satan and from Esau, okay? And Satan is touching brothers right now in the spirit, man. He's touching brothers financially, touching brothers mentally, health-wise, physically. Okay, Satan is going balls to the wall right now. The Most High is giving Satan the green light to let the dogs out, man. Okay? But it's all because we have to labor to enter into that rest, man. That's a part of our works, man. Okay, cutting ourselves off and being able to humble ourselves. Okay, and it's all for the benefit because harder times are coming, man. All these things are getting us ready, okay, for the up and coming, the real persecution. Okay, when you really can't eat, when you really don't have no money at certain times, we're going to know how to deal with those things. Why? Because we're getting prepared for it right now. Okay, but we have to labor to enter into that rest, man, to get that retirement. Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And that's what we have to do, man. Continuously watch the news, watch for the signs that the Most High is showing. Okay, and through prophecy and through the spirit. And pray, man. The scriptures say pray without ceasing. Prayer is needed more than ever now. Why? Because Satan is getting stronger. Brothers are getting stronger. So Satan is getting stronger. Okay. Demons are getting tougher. Trials are getting tougher, man. Why? Because we're coming to those times where we have to be ready for that, man. Okay. So a prayer is very much needed for fasting. All those things are vital to your success in this truth now. Whether you're going to last or not. To whether you're going to really purge out that leaven that the Most High is trying to get out of us, man. I'm talking to myself first and foremost, okay? The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. The spirit is willing, man, but that flesh is weak, man. The scriptures say that though the outward man perish, the inner man is renewed day by day. This outward man, these bodies, and it is weak, man. That flesh calls out to your desires, man, and your wants, man, and it wants you to give in, but that spirit is willing, man. We have to learn to walk in the spirit and not in the flesh. Okay. But that's how this scripture right here says how we can obtain that goal, man, and stay successful and continue on this truth, man. We have to watch and pray and continuously work, man, and draw nigh to the Most High, and He'll draw nigh to us. So that's pretty much all I had, Akion. Just a quick exhortation for brothers, just to stay in that mindset, continue to be mindful of where we're at, what the goal is, and what the end game is. Okay. So Lord willing, it was edifying for Yakim. This was a call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone rule well in the spirit. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.